Wall Street today. I'm your host, Zach Viscomi. We're coming to you live from Times Square, the heart of New York City. And today joining me is a very special guest, Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith has been serving clients in the financial services industry for 36 years. He's also a best-selling author, Create Wealth, Retain Wealth. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Zach.
Why don't you tell me and our audience a little bit more about who you are and what you do?
I live in the mountains in western Pennsylvania. The joke is we're an hour from everywhere and you can't get there from here. But I've been doing this for 36 years. I started out as a broker. My background is nuclear engineering. I was on submarines in the Navy. I came into the business. I wanted to learn how to grow money. In 11 years, I was in brokerage. I went from broker to vice chairman of the company. I learned how to sell stuff. I didn't like that. But I got to work with wealthy people, and I found they manage their money differently. They have a lot more opportunities for their money. My poor wife of 42 years, I said, hey, I want to start my own firm. She's like, you're crazy, right? So we did it in '96. And that's kind of the whole thing. So here we are today.
That's great. And so, I mean, for 36 years now, you've been serving your clients. And tell me a little bit more about kind of your mission and your vision for, what it's been over the 36 years and where you're going.
Yeah, it was kind of a harsh reality. When I started working with wealthy people, like the first couple of people I met with, they were like, we don't deal with brokers. And I went, okay. And they said, we deal with wealth managers. And there's a lot of things that the average person, how they're given their investments, designing portfolios, that's not good enough for wealthy people. Wealthy people have a lot more opportunities to protect their wealth, to reduce their taxes. And when I saw that, it was great that I learned that and I became very successful in that sector. But I look back at my older clients and I'm kind of like, wow, why can't we do this for more people? Because Wall Street says, if you've got $5 million or more, we can do all these things for you. So the mission of Wealthcare, when we founded it in '96, I said, I believe technology will evolve and we'll be able to offer this level of planning, a higher level of planning and management to the average person for their retirement. And it's been an incredible success.
That's amazing, and especially now talking about technology, right, and the boom of AI and everything else that's going on. But I know you were talking a little bit before set here and before we started rolling that you really do have a very unique perspective in how you work with your clients, particularly around tax and tax mitigation. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Wall Street says we do not provide tax advice, but wealthy people, you can't really have a plan if you don't talk taxes, don't have a plan for them. That became our focus. Because in retirement especially, you pay taxes later, but what's that tax bill look like? And we've evolved a process where we're able to give people kind of the same growth. We reduce their risk by about 40%, which is more stability, more predictability. But then taxes, the lifetime tax bill is huge, and we're able to reduce that with smart tax management by about 40%, which is for most people hundreds of thousands of additional dollars they get to keep.
Yeah, that's a big impact. That's
really
a really big impact. That's great. What does that award people that you're working with? I mean, I'm sure that they have their vision for their lives, and so really what you're helping them do is live the life that they wanted, I imagine.
You plan for the financial impact of your lifestyle, both planned and unplanned. You may have long-term care, premature death. You want to have more money, and we did a client last week, they had about $1 million in retirement. The investment changes projected about a $300,000 improvement by 90, but the tax management added another $1.5 million.
Wow.
Because people don't realize how much you're going to pay in taxes. So that's something that's very unique, and very few advisors have that skill set, the tools, or the experience to do it.
That's life-changing when you're looking at, pre-retirees, post-retirees, getting back some of that money that's theirs to begin with, that they can now use that in so many other different ways.
Yeah, I mean, we tell people it's like unclaimed property. You see that all the time. It's like, you have this opportunity. Most advisors don't know how to capitalize on it. Most clients have never heard of it. We want to give them maximum opportunity to create the wealth when the markets allow us to, but to retain the wealth and not lose it to unforeseen taxes and avoidable fees, things like that.
That's incredible. You've been serving your clients now for 36 years. As you're looking back over the past of the clients that you serve, can you tell me and our viewers, maybe a story of somebody that comes to mind that you've really worked with that really encapsulates like what you've done for people?
Yeah, I mean, so we had one client came in, it was really interesting. I mean, his wife is in healthcare, he's a policeman, and he's retiring, and we put their plan together. We showed him a significant risk reduction. We showed him, I think, a more durable, consistent portfolio, but then the tax planning. And I said, what do you think? And he sat back in his chair and he said, I listen to all you guys on the radio. And he said, we're here because he said, you're right. You're the only guy with a tax plan. And that's something that most people have never even heard of. They wouldn't even know to ask for it. Or if they do, their advisor says, we don't do that. We even have CPAs that are clients because of the specialty that it is.
Wow, that's really cool. If somebody, one of our viewers or somebody is watching this and they wanted to get a hold of you to find out a little bit more about, what makes you so unique and how you serve your clients, what would be the best way for them to reach out to you?
I mean, there's two ways. I mean, the easy one, obviously, you can see more on our website. That's wealthcare.com. That's wealthkare.com. But if they go to Best Fit Retirement, they can actually, have a survey, basically 4 opportunities that are out there, and then we can have what we call a right fit call to make sure we're a good fit for them and they're a good fit for us.
I ask everybody this question because I think it's really valuable, the wealth of knowledge that you bring and your unique perspective. And so to our viewers today and anybody that's watching later on, what is your piece of advice for them to thrive in today's economy?
The markets are more volatile than ever. They're not what they used to be. Inflation is higher than we expected. And taxes, there's no question, they're going up. I don't think it's even optional anymore. You have to explore all the opportunities, find everything you can do to maximize the value and the benefits from your nest egg. Otherwise, you're going to probably fall short.
Great. Well, Bruce, thanks so much for joining me today. I mean, it's been a pleasure hearing about what you do and how you've been really making an impact in the lives of your clients. So thanks so much for being on today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank all of you for joining us on another edition of Wall Street Today.